Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. Mike Smith along with Tom Beard as we are at Larry Jordan Gymnasium at Southeastern High School for SVC boys basketball tonight as the Panthers are hosting the Huntington Huntsmen. Tom, both of these clubs going through comparable seasons. Huntington is 0-10 in the conference, 3-14 overall. Southeastern 2-8, 5-13 overall. Both teams trying to find their way, gain a little momentum going into the postseason.
Yeah, it's been a long season, and they've all worked hard, but they just haven't had the success that you think they would have, and we're getting ready for the national anthem. But this game is a big game for both these kids.
In their first matchup, Southeastern winning that one by a score of 58-54. Huntington's been, like Southeastern, very competitive in a number of games that they've lost. But Southeastern had a big win last week over Piketon, a game that they had lost by 19 the first time they played the Red Streaks.
Yeah, when you look at these two teams, I watched Southeastern and Uniota.
Yeah.
They played real well. And they got beaten in the last minute and a half of the game.
Southeastern pep band right to our right. I believe they're probably going to do the honors for the national anthem here tonight. Once that's complete, we'll give you the starting lineups for tonight's game. Leonard Steyer, longtime administrator and athletic director here at Southeastern on the PA. Now here's the national anthem.
Anthem is performed by the Southeastern Junior High and High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Jeff Donahue.
I tell you what, Tom, in spite of the record, we have a nice crowd on hand for both sides of the gymnasium tonight.
Yeah, I was thinking of that when we was standing there for the anthem. And, again, a senior night here at Southeastern. Of course, they, called on both the Huntington seniors as well as the Southeastern seniors. But it is a very, very nice crowd on hand, and it's plenty warm.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty warm.
Here's the starters for the Huntington Huntsmen, the visitors tonight under head coach Kyle Bradley. Again, 0-10 in the SVC, 3-14 overall. Again, a win in non-conference play last night over Wellston was their third win of the year. Caden Stewart is a 6'1 senior. Dalton Black, a 6'4 senior. Carson Hennenberger, a 5'11 sophomore. Isaac Kello, 5'11 freshman. And Calvin Manson, a 6'2 freshman. So two freshmen and a sophomore in the starting lineup for Huntington. Stewart, Black, Hennenberger, Kello, and Manson. For the Southeastern Panthers under head coach Mike Adams. 2-8 in the SVC, 5-13 overall. I don't believe they've played since they beat Piketon last week. Lane Williams is a 5'8 sophomore. Jackson Stansberry, a 6' senior. Connor Smith, a 5'11 junior. Wesley Collins, a 6'2 senior. And R.J. Cartwright, a 6'4 senior. Again for the Panthers, Williams, Stansberry, Smith, Collins, and Cartwright. Those are your starting lineups for both teams tonight here on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. Mike Smith and Tom Beard, along with Dewey Daly, our producer, and the cameraman, Carson Francis.
Well, when you have the young people, again, Coach Bradley trying to build a team here with those freshmen and sophomores, and you got to look for the future. Sometimes it takes a while to build a winning situation, but we knew he's a winner. Did a great job at Adina. They had some really good basketball teams, and I'm sure it's just maybe a year away, and we'll see a much different result for the Huntington team.
Of course, talking about Kyle, but Mike Adams, of course, a great athlete in high school here at Southeastern, but had a tremendous run as the girls' basketball coach with championships galore, long tournament runs. And, you know, Mike's had some good boys' basketball teams, but just been a little bit down here over the last couple of years.
Well, when you watch Mike's teams play, though, they give 100%. I watched them against Unioto. I think I mentioned that. But they played really, really hard that whole ball game. Really kind of ran out of gas in the fourth quarter, but the last minute or two, and Unioto ended up winning that ball game. But they played very well. They moved well without the ball. They passed the ball well, played good defense. So that was early on, so it'll be interesting to see if they've made that kind of improvement now that we're getting toward the end of the season.
We were kind of chatting before we went on the air, reminding, of course, I wasn't broadcasting that year, but you were, when Southeastern had a regular season much like this, only 4 or 5 wins, but they had a great run in the tournament, got all the way to the Sweet 16 that year.
Well, and that was the kind of team, they lost a lot of games throughout the season where they played really hard, but they couldn't finish. And they got in a groove there in the sectional, and they started to believe. And they just played really, really hard, made some of those plays that some people would normally stop on and quit. They made some of those plays to win the games as they went on to the regional.
R.J. Cartwright, the 6'4 senior for Southeastern, and Caden Stewart, the 6'1 senior for Huntington, will be jumping center to get this game underway. Again, we're getting down to the end of the conference season for both boys and girls basketball. And the tip goes to the Panthers, and we are underway. Bringing up across the timeline, Lane Williams met by a double team, ball mishandled by Southeastern and stolen. Hennenberger lobs it ahead on the drive, and Stewart puts Huntington up in the lead 2-0. Huntsman showing some full court pressure. Reverse to Williams, cross the timeline. That is Collins, and the pass to the baseline, out of bounds. Huntington gets the turnover.
A lot of pressure there, and once you leave your feet like he did, you've got nowhere to go, and that way he threw the ball right on out of bounds.
Again, 2-0 Huntington, and they have the ball. Left side wing shot by Stewart, no good. Loose ball scramble, picked up by Collins of Southeastern. Now on the other end, they leave it for Cartwright. Into the lane, strong move with a right hand, bouncing in. Tied at 2. R.J. Cartwright with a basket. Huntington wasting no time. Hennenberger goes down in the lane for Black. Loose ball scramble, still loose. And now we're going to call a jump ball or a held ball. And that will give it, I think they're pointing towards Huntington with their basketball in the alternate possession.
A lot of size difference between that scramble that time.
Stewart will inbound. Goes right into the corner. Swings it around Kello. Left side to Manson. Now down on the baseline. Bounce pass off to Black, and Black puts it in. 4-2 Huntington.
Black's a pretty good-sized young man.
Huntsman staying with that full-court pressure, Tom. Williams beats that pressure across the timeline. Takes it with his left hand. Bounce pass in the lane. Cartwright. Jumper good. Cartwright with all 4 of Southeastern's points. We're even at 4. 90 seconds deep into the basketball game. Huntsman go left side. That's Hennenberger for 3. Bouncing off the rim. Rebound by Black. Black, bounce pass out front to Stewart. Lets it go from three-point range. Good.
Well, they put up 3, made 1.
7-4 Huntington. Stewart has 5 points. Now Huntington falls into the backcourt as the Panthers will walk it across. That's Connor Smith. Lobs it cross court to Stansberry. Now back out front to Williams. Smith on the right corner, Collins. High post, Cartwright, shot, no good. Ball caroms out, it's rebounded by Collins, and he puts it in.
Good offensive board.
7-6. Huntington down on the other end. That's Black with a strong move. Score. He has 4. 9-6 Huntington. Quickly up with the Panthers. Pressure out across the timeline. A double dribble against Southeastern turns it over to the Huntsmen.
3 turnovers here early for Southeastern. A lot of pressure by Huntington.
9-6 Huntsmen. They have the ball back. 5:28 left in the first quarter. That's Stewart coming across the line, goes down into the low post. High shot off the backboard, no good. Rebound, scramble. Black gets possession, but then gets it away to Stewart. With the left hand, good. But give a lot of credit there to Black, who kept the ball alive down on the floor. 11-6 Huntington, their biggest lead at 5. Williams gets it away to Smith. Now back to Williams. Left side, Collins. Cross-court lob out on the point. Connor Smith. Williams. Left side three for Collins. Rattles in and out. No good. The putback by Cartwright. Good.
Rebound, basket, R.J. Cartwright.
RJ with a putback makes it 11-8. Huntington lead cut to 3. Now quickly ahead. That's Manson on the right side. Missed everything, but the rebound comes to Stewart. He lets it fly and hits for 3.
Wow.
10 points for Caden Stewart.
A lot of scoring here in this first quarter.
14-8. Williams up for the Panthers. Gets away from a defender, goes to Smith. Connor leads down into the lane. Little scoop shot off the glass and in.
Connor's been playing varsity since a freshman. He's a junior, but he can play.
14-10. Huntington lead cut to 4. Right corner, Stewart pulls the trigger. Shot no good. Rebound, Cartwright. Panthers have the ball down by 4. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Smith finds the open man, Stansberry in the baseline. Tries to square up. He's pressured there. Now kicks it out front. Williams falls down. Baseline jumper by Stansberry hits. 14-12. First 2 for Stansberry. Huntington up quickly. Pulling back left side, Kello. Stewart trying to go to Black. Knocked away. Picked up by Stewart. He fires from 3. Rattles in and out. No good. Hennenberger put back up and in. No, check that. That's Manson. Manson on the basket. The freshman with his first 2. 16-12. Huntington.
Shooting's really good here in this first quarter.
Panthers lose a handle on it. Another turnover.
That's 4 of them.
And here comes mass substitution. It's like in hockey where they have an entire wing that comes in off the bench. But they subbed, I think, everybody out, giving them a breather here.
Connor Smith still in the ballgame.
Lee Rucker. Also Noah Potter.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking Huntington.
Yeah.
Southeastern made quite a few people,
Ryan
too.
Porter. Down in the low block was Brown. Lost a handle on it. Picked up there by Potter. Around the perimeter it goes. Willis. Willis fires. Shot no good. Rebound. Williams of Southeastern. Williams will bring it up. Goes right down into the lane. That's a charging foul on Williams. Lane saw an opening and turned on the Jets, but when he got into the lane, the Huntington defender did a good job of setting up in front of him and drawing the charge.
Kind of ran into a green wall there. He said, dang, gone. I didn't think they were there.
16-12 Huntington. Southeastern, or check that, Huntington with the ball back after the Southeastern foul. Brown brings it up. That's Wes Brown, senior. Gets it away to Willis.
Oh, nice
Backdoor
pass.
Inside. Potter
Wow.
shot no good. The putback up and in by Ryan Porter.
That's 5 offensive rebounds for Huntington. They're really hitting the boards.
18-12. Huntington back up to a 6-point lead. Williams, top of the key for 3. Lights it up. Lane Williams. 18-15. Huntington up quickly. Potter out on the left side for Brown. Brown keeps the dribble, now picks it up. Fires out front to Willis. Willis. Brown left wing. Penetrates at the elbow. Ball loose on the floor. We have a scramble. Held ball. This time it'll be Southeastern's ball. Trailing by 3 with 1:53 to go in the first quarter.
Tell you what, almost 2 minutes to go here. Huntington's put the ball up 15 times. So they are not hesitating when it comes to offense.
Caleb Adams in for Southeastern, replacing Stansberry. And the Panthers down by 3 will bring it up. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Also Carter Fisher into the game. Shot up, no good. Rebound, that's Potter. Lobs it ahead, right side Rucker. Brown out to Potter, Noah Potter. Penetrates, deals it out front. 3 ball by Rucker, shot no good. Rebound comes to Porter, and we got a whistle on a foul. Foul against Southeastern. Panthers also have Ryan Peters, a 6-foot junior, into the game. And that was in the act of shooting, so Ryan Porter, who has 2 points, will be at the line to shoot 2. 18-15 Huntsmen. Minute 26 to go in the opening quarter. Porter with the first of 2. Air ball and in.
Ryan Porter.
3 for Porter. Makes it 19-15. And the second shot by Porter, also good.
Free throw, Ryan Porter.
Porter with 4 points, 20-15. Huntington again by 5. Panthers bring it up. Out on the right wing, Connor Smith. Now Williams. Back to Smith. Smith goes down in low, dumps it inside. That's Fisher. Away in the right corner, the 3-ball shot, no good. Rebound Huntington. And Huntington's Lee Rucker slipped. Williams picked it up, shot down in low, no good. Rebound by Peters. Peters put back for Southeastern, no good. He gets the rebound. And another held ball as the Huntsman player from behind had a hand on the ball. This possession goes to Huntington, and here's another line change. That's the term they use in hockey. That's just what it looks like. A whole new team comes in and out. Huntington with the basketball and a 5-point lead, 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. Out front, Manson. On the penetration, Henneberger lost it. Ball out of bounds, even though Dalton Black tried to save it, couldn't catch up to it in time. It'll be Panther ball, 41 seconds.
Tell you what, when you pay 5, set down 5, bring out 5, as a team, teams enjoy that if they can play it that way. Some teams can't do it, but you give 100%, put 5 more in.
Williams, sandwiched between 2 defenders. That's going to be a foul against the Huntsmen. Yeah, there's there's chemistry that's involved in athletics. And like you said, Tom, that's special if you can do it. But a lot of teams can't.
Yeah, it makes it really, really tough because by the time you think you're in a rhythm. But if you're used to playing that way, I better get in rhythm early. So that's the way it goes.
Panther ball down by 5, down to 27 seconds. Huntington pressuring. That's Peters. Pounding down inside. Shot no good. Dalton Black with a rebound. Leads it down the left sideline. Kello, shot off the rim. Picked up there by Henneberger. Now down in low, shot up and in by Manson. Calvin Manson, 22-15, Huntington. Long shot off the glass, no good for Southeastern's Lane Williams, and that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Huntington 22, Southeastern 15. You're watching the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority. 22-15, Huntington leading Southeastern after 1.
Tell you what, shooting that quarter, 47% for Southeastern, 7 of 15. They put up 4 threes, made 1 for 25%. And for Huntington, they were 9 of 18 for 50%. They put up 7 threes, made 2 for 29%.
Southeastern with the ball. That's Fisher. Lobs it off in the corner. Now out to Lane Williams for 3. Got it! 6 for Williams. 22-18. Southeastern within 4 early in the second quarter. Stewart. Down in low, Dalton Black. Hard move to the basket, scores.
Yeah, Dalton's a load in there. He's a good-sized kid.
24-18, Huntington back up by 6. 30 seconds deep into the second quarter. Huntington using a lot of that double-team pressure out on the point.
Well, they've got some shooters on that play out front. If you can keep them out there 35 feet away, that's a victory.
Southeastern shot no good. Carter Fisher's putback no good, but he is fouled. And that'll put Fisher on the line to shoot 2. 24-18 Huntington. SVC boys basketball night as far as conference play is concerned. Coming into action tonight, Zane Trace leading Paint Valley by 2 games. Paint Valley has Westfall tonight. First shot by Carter Fisher, no good. He'll get one more.
That should be an interesting game.
Second try, bouncing off the rim. Loose ball scramble, picked up by Caleb Adams of Southeastern. Bounce pass flicked away, but picked up by Smith. Down in low, and that's a foul. And Carter Fisher will trek back to the free throw line. Now, if Zane Trace would win tonight and Paint Valley lose, then the Pioneers would clinch a share of the championship tonight. And Westfall's not going to be anything easy as they took Zane Trace to overtime earlier this week. Fisher's first shot good, 24-19. He'll get one more.
I think Coach Adams saying, guys, we need to attack the basket. This will make their 4th foul shot in the first minute of the second quarter. They hadn't been there before.
Fisher with both free throws, good, 24-20. Huntington lead cut to 4. Huntsman's Isaac Kello lost the basketball, stolen away by Fisher. Here comes Williams, ahead. Fires out to Cartwright in the foul circle, shot, missed everything, out of bounds. It'll be Huntington ball.
Kind of rushed it that time a bit. Never got a good sound footing on it.
Huntsman's substitution, Wes Brown checking back into the ball game for Kello. Now Southeastern picking up in the full court defensively. Brown brings it across the timeline. Takes it down into the corner. Fires into the lane. Little scoop shot up and in by Calvin Manson. He has 6.
Nice break to the basket.
26-20. Huntington. Panthers up quickly. Fisher. Ball blocked off the shot and then a whistle. Let's see what they got here. Like it might go against the Huntsmen. It's going to be on Ryan Porter, his first. 26-20 Huntington lead. Common foul as Southeastern will put the ball in play under their own basket. Panthers down by 6. Inbound pass. Caleb Adams now out front to Williams. Right side, Smith. Trying to go into high post, knocked away, but picked up by Smith. Smith. Now left side, it goes in the corner to Adams. Back out front. Left side 3, Connor Smith. Shot no good. Karam's out for Williams. He shoots and scores. That's a 3-ball. Lane Williams, he has 9 points on the game. Huntington pulling the trigger on the other end, and Wes Brown with the rebound and leaned in on the follow-up. That's an offensive foul.
Put that shoulder down, you're in trouble.
Gives the ball back to the Panthers, trailing by 3, 26-23 with 5:51 to go in the second quarter. Substitution for the Huntsmen. This will be Isaac Kello back into the ball game, replacing Henneberger.
Well, this game kind of looks like the records. They're very close.
You said the Southeastern shot 47% in the first quarter. They've been averaging 35% per game, according to Mike Adams.
But once they've got it past the defense, they've gotten some shots inside.
Right corner shot up, no good. Ball caroms out, and that's picked up by Caden Stewart of Huntington. On the other end, lays it up, no good. Loose ball, we got a foul. Foul from behind against the Huntsman. Manson with the foul. Substitution for Huntington. This will be Mitchell Willis checking into the ball game for Porter. So the Panthers still down by 3, have it back. 5.5 to go in the first half. Connor Smith walking it to the timeline. Now bounce pass ahead. Right side, Caleb Adams. Down inside, Fisher. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound by Stewart of Huntington. Outlet pass across the timeline to Brown. He goes across the court to Stewart. Cade Stewart. Woo. Said, hey, I got a groove going on. 13 here for Stewart. 29-23 Huntsman.
Left hand just puts it right up her bingo.
13 for Caden Stewart. Right corner, 3-ball. That's Adams. Hits it.
Another lefty.
Caleb Adams with his first three. 29-26. Huntington lead cut to 3. Down into the lane. Shot up off the glass. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Huntington. Subbing in for the Panthers. Stansberry for Adams. Black coming in for Manson for the Huntsmen. Henneberger also back in. Stewart. Inbound to Willis. Now way out front to Brown.
Nice
Bounce pass back door. Stewart down in low. Ball knocked away. Picked up by Carter Fisher. Racing across the timeline. Now he pulls up. Stansberry. Cross court lob over to Smith. Williams left corner. Fires good. Lane Williams. He has 12. 29-29. Huntington's led most of this half, but now the Panthers have tied it. Shot inside by the Huntsman, no good. Black with a rebound, and then he's tied up, but I think we're going to get a reach-in foul. Let's see who they got that on. Williams with the foul for Southeastern. It's his second.
That ball was bobbling around. Everybody's trying to get a hand on it. Got too many hands on the player.
Kello back in for the Huntsmen, replacing Brown. It'll be Huntington ball. Willis goes right into the corner. Shot from 3 is good by Isaac Kello. And we have a timeout. 3:59 to go in the first half. Our score, Huntington 32, Southeastern 29. You're watching boys high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard back with you on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority. Got a good one, 32-29. Huntington leading Southeastern with 3:59 to go in the half. Panther ball, and Huntington again with that full court pressure.
Both teams really crashing the offensive boards. Huntington with 8 offensive boards, Southeastern with 6. And it's allowed to give them some good second shots.
Panthers across the timeline, mishandled it, but get it back. Cartwright finds the open man, Stansberry, and a whistle. And that's going to be an offensive foul against Southeastern.
Well, he got rid of the ball, but as you could see, he lost his balance going forward. And the defender set up on him and picked up the charge.
First foul on R.J. Cartwright. Substitution for the Huntsman. Wes Brown reporting in for Mitchell Willis.
R.J.'s a pretty good-sized kid, too, 6'4" senior.
Noah Potter with the inbound to Wes Brown. 32-29 Huntsman. Lead and the ball. Late second quarter. Kicks it away on the left side to Kello. Potter on the point. Penetrates. Deals off right side. Manson shot off the rim. Rebound Stewart. Pulls it back out front. Kello away to Potter. Left side Stewart. Stewart Handing off to Kello. Lets it fly from three-point range.
I tell you what, he's got quick release. If you watch that, I mean, he really gets it. It doesn't take him but a second to get it airborne.
35-29, Huntington. That's 6 for Kello. Southeastern ball. Collins lost a handle on it. Stewart picks it up. One-on-one with Williams. Banks it in. Stewart with 15. We got a timeout. 2:52 to play in the first half. Our score, Huntington 37, Southeastern 29. We'll hold it right here, but it's been an up-tempo game for the most part. Both teams shooting fairly well, much better than what we've been told is their season average, but Huntington has probably done a little bit better job getting the ball up the floor in transition.
Well, the thing about in transition, they've done well, but they move a lot without the ball. They pass the ball very, very well. And they hit those quick threes. We've seen 2 of them there, right away, 2 out of 3. So, but the offensive boards, probably both coaches are saying, guys, we need to get the defensive rebounds. But both teams with offensive boards, Huntington with 9 and Southeastern with 6. So they're following their shot, but that defense should be blocking those guys out. But both teams are giving up a lot of second chances here in the first few minutes of this game, first, 13.
So Coach Adams talking to his club about areas where they need to make some changes or make some improvement.
Well, Mike was a big inside guy himself, and when it comes to rebounds, I know he has a very, very big thought on that, and I don't think he's happy with that part of it right now.
Southeastern against the pressure. Williams still in the backcourt. Now dribbles through the pressure, takes it into the lane. Little scoop shot, good. Lane Williams, he has 15. 37-31, Huntington back up quickly. Kello in the corner, reversing it on the wing. Porter. Now Potter out on the left side. Wes Brown, 2:25 to go in the half. Huntington ball and a 6-point lead. Brown into the circle, spin move, fires. No good. Rebound comes to Stansberry of Southeastern. Left side, Cartwright. Out to Williams. Around the perimeter, left corner jumper, shot no good. Cartwright with a rebound, goes back up strong, missed it. Loose ball, Stansberry. Williams right side, shot no good. Cartwright fighting for the loose ball, gets it and scores.
Wow.
Good job by R.J. Cartwright to stay with it. 37-33. Panthers back within 4 after they were just down by 8. Potter takes it all the way to the baseline. Now fires out on the left side. Shot no good. Potter with a strong putback. Knocked down. No call. Out comes Southeastern. Chance for the Panthers to cut deep into this lead. Turnaround. Williams no good. The putback up and in. That's Fisher. 37-35. And coming up the court, we got a foul. That's on Connor Smith of Southeastern.
Number 11, Connor Smith, his second.
37-35. Panthers, after they were down 37-29, Mike Adams' timeout was very productive.
Yeah, I think he tried to wake them up a little bit. Again, they've got the offensive rebounds. I know I've been talking about that a lot, but it's a big factor in this game. Anytime you've got 10 offensive rebounds, you're still in the second quarter. That's a lot.
Southeastern on a 6-0 run after that timeout. Huntington with the ball. Porter kicks it away. A blocking foul on Southeastern as Manson tried to make his move on the baseline. It's going to be on Cartwright, RJ's second, I believe. 63 seconds to play in the first half. Huntington 37-35 lead on Southeastern. Huntington will have the ball under their own basket. Cartwright comes out. Ryan Peters checks in for the Panthers. Stewart having trouble with the inbound. Lobs it way out front, but it's stolen away. Connor Smith of Southeastern on the drive. Score. Tie game, 37-all. Big run here by Southeastern after down by 8. They've tied it up. Brown double teamed out front. And a whistle, offensive foul. 2 Panthers defending, and Brown pushed off And that's going to give the ball back to the Panthers with 46 seconds to go in the half.
Tell you what, when you have a trap like that going on and you're the man with the ball, you really kind of feel helpless after a while. And ended up trying to fight his way out of it and got the foul.
So Southeastern will have the ball after an 8-0 run to tie it, 37 up. See if they hold it for the last shot of the half. Lobs it left side to Stansberry. And Huntington steals it, but they threw it away. Williams, Stansberry, inside, won't drop. Inside the putback, Peters no good. Body's on the floor. Now Lane Williams with a try and a foul called against the Huntsmen with 25 seconds to play in the half.
Tell you what, getting a little rough inside there.
That's foul against Caden Stewart, his second. This will put Lane Williams on the line for the Panthers. He has 14 points. Caden Stewart leads Huntington with 15. 37 all. Southeastern right now on an 8-0 run, trying to add to it to get the lead. Huntington has led most of his half. First shot no good. He'll get one more. Caleb Adams checking in for Connor Smith for Southeastern. Lane Williams with a chance to give Southeastern the lead on this second shot, and he does. 15 for Lane, 38-37 Southeastern. Inbound pass knocked away. First lead Southeastern has had in a long time.
Well, you know, Southeastern changed and started putting some pressure on about the first quarter there at the end of the first quarter, and they've kind of kept it up, and it's kind of gotten Huntington a little bit out of sync. But that's what this kind of game it is.
In fact, this might be Southeastern's first lead because Huntington got out to the early lead. It was tied a couple of times, and now as the clock rolls down, Huntington ball down by one. They're going to hold it for the last shot. 9 seconds. Kello. And going to Stewart in the left corner, he bobbled it out of bounds. Southeastern will have it. The length of the court from their basket with 6 seconds to play in the half.
You know, the amazing thing, as fast-paced as this has been, we've had bodies going everywhere. There's only been 5 turnovers apiece for both teams. So other mistakes being made, but they've taken care of the basketball pretty well.
Fisher goes ahead. That's a long shot by Adams at the horn. No good, but that is the end of the first half. Huntington, who led most of the first half, sees Southeastern finish on a 9-0 run as the Panthers take a 38-37 lead over Huntington at halftime. We'll be back with all of the stats in just a moment. Stay with us. You're watching high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Carlos. First time setting foot inside a tattoo shop. Second picture his daughter has posted to her story. Third check on his bucket list. And 4 years of cancer-free checkups at OhioHealth.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, also our producer and our cameraman with us tonight. Our 38-37 Southeastern lead over Huntington at the break. If you joined us late, Huntington had built up a 37-29 lead, but Southeastern finished the first half on a 9-0 run with a 1-point lead. Southeastern led by Lane Williams with 15 points. R.J. Cartwright with 8, 4 for Carter Fisher. Also Connor Smith with 4, 3 for Caleb Adams, 2 apiece for Wesley Collins and Jackson Stansberry. For the Huntington Huntsmen, they're led by Caden Stewart with 15, 6 apiece for Dalton Black, Isaac Kello, and Calvin Manson, and 4 for Ryan Porter. If you joined us late, Huntington jumped out to an early lead, got up 11-6, 14-8. They were ahead 22-15 after the first quarter, and as we said, had as much as a 37-29 lead before the Panthers closed out on that 9-0 run to take a 38-37 lead here at intermission. We'll get some shooting stats here for the first half here in just a moment. That's the Southeastern Pep Band you hear just to our right, just coming through loud and clear.
Coming through loud and clear, no doubt about it. Just about ready here, Michael. Okay, looking at overall, look top to bottom on turnovers. We have 5 turnovers for both teams, both Huntington and Southeastern with 5. Rebounding, unusual stat sheet on rebounds, but 16 for Southeastern, 15 for Huntington. But of Southeastern's 16 rebounds, 11 are offensive rebounds. And of the 15 rebounds for Huntington, 10 are offensive. So a lot of second shots, but not so much blocking out. So I'm sure both coaches are talking about that. When you look at the foul line, Southeastern went to the foul line 6 times. They made 3 for 50%. All 6 foul shots was in the second quarter. Huntington went to the foul line twice, made them both. Both of them were made in the first quarter. Overall shooting, Southeastern 14 of 34 for 41%. They put up 11 threes and made 5 for 45%. And Huntington is 15 of 32 for 47%. They put up 13 threes, made 5 for 38%.
So both teams shooting much higher than their season average.
Right, and I think the reason that probably is because, again, when we look at the rebounding side, whenever you get that many second and third opportunities, they're normally short range. Put them back, and those shots have a tendency to be a little better percentage shots than the big shots in the field.
Again, our halftime score, Southeastern 38, Huntington 37. Stay with us. We'll take a break and be back with second half action on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, producer Dewey Daly, and cameraman Carson Francis back with you. We're ready to go in the second half. Huntington ball trailing Southeastern 38-37. What's been a pretty good ball game here so far. Stewart across the timeline. Caden had 15 in the first half, and nobody home as Manson was going to the right wing thinking he had a teammate over there, but nobody but the bench. Out of bounds, Southeastern ball.
You couldn't get anybody on the bench to even catch it.
I said, aren't you supposed to be in? Panthers bring it across the timeline. It's Fisher. Bobbles it. Stolen away. On the other end, Hennenberger of Huntington lays it up and in. And the Huntsmen back in the lead at 39-38. He joined us late. Huntington actually led most of the first half before Southeastern closed on a 9-0 run for a 1-point halftime lead. Now Huntington back in the lead by 1. Down in low, Carter Fisher with a left hand. Shot no good. Cartwright in a crowd, and he's tied up there by Huntington's Carson Hennenberger. Possession error will stay with Southeastern.
Hey, look, when you get that ball down low like that, especially with these there's a lot of little players out there. They just get right there and grab that basketball.
Inbound lob way out front. Smith. Connor goes to the lane. Shot won't go, but a blocking foul is going to be called on Huntington.
I think Connor Smith thought, well, man, I'm going to pick up another foul.
That's on Calvin Manson, his second foul. And going to the free throw line for the Panthers, Connor Smith. First try, good. Ties it at 39. He has 5 points. And one more to come. It was senior night here at Southeastern earlier this season. Even the Huntington players were honored here tonight. Second shot, no good. Hennenberger with a rebound. Huntsman flying up the floor. Out front it goes to Black. Dalton with a bounce pass. Stolen away by Stansberry of Southeastern. Williams across the timeline. Gets it away to Smith. Smith trying to get some help. Now cross-court lob to Stansberry. Right side. Picks up his dribble. Williams. Cross-court lob to Smith. Back on the right wing. Stansberry for 3. Shot no good. Rebound Fisher. Hot pass went right through the hands of Cartwright, but Williams there to pick it up. Now out front it goes. Quick pass down in low. Fisher. Turnaround. Won't go. Cartwright went up for it. Lost a handle on it. Loose ball scramble. Huntington picks it up. That's Stewart. And we're going to have a foul on Fisher of Southeastern. Carter giving it the old college try and got called for a foul. Huntsman will bring in Ryan Porter, replacing Calvin Manson. Again, full court pressure here on the inbound for Southeastern. Inbound to Black, goes away to Stewart. Stewart in the lane, banks it in.
Nice body control on that shot.
17 for Caden. Huntington up 41-39.
Right side of the basket, but that left hand, he had good control.
Across the timeline, Williams. Smith lobs cross court to Stansberry. Now right side, 3 ball and good for Connor Smith. He has 8 points. Panthers up 42-41. Quickly up. Hennenberger stops from the foul line. Shot is short. Black with a rebound. Up strong, good, and a foul. He really had to squeeze that off between 2 defenders.
Strong kid.
That put Huntington up 43-42, and Black to the free throw line with the +1. Wes Brown back into the game for the Huntsmen, replacing Kello. For Dalton Black, he has 8 points, trying to make it 9 with his free throw, and missed it. Cartwright with a rebound for the Panthers. Panther ball, Huntington 1-point lead, 5:30 left third quarter. Cross-court lob over to Stansberry for 3. Shot no good. Loose ball swatted away, and we have a foul against Huntington. Had a collision there going for the loose ball. That's Caden Stewart, his third. And Caden's the only Huntsman in double figures with 17, and that's his third personal foul.
Well, he plays hard, whether it's defense or offense. And that was just a loose ball, one of those things.
Williams, right wing jumper. Connor Smith, shot no good. Ball caroms out on the run. Ryan Porter. Porter coming up into the lane. Little scoop shot, too much. Cartwright with a rebound. Gets it away to Smith. He's fouled on the way up the court. And what do we got here? I think we're going to have a fan ejection.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
When you get that long whistle, that's usually either a technical or somebody's leaving the gym.
We have too much of that. Way too much.
Yep. Certainly we ask everybody to show good sportsmanship. Remember, it's just a game, folks. Williams, quick pass down in low. Fisher swatted out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers of Southeastern. Huntington up by 1. 4:53 to go, third quarter. Huntsman will bring Noah Potter back into the ball game for Stewart. Been close most of the way, except the one time Huntington got up by 8. Nice pass down inside. Shot good by Smith. Connor with 10. Southeastern up by 1. 44-43. Potter with it. Kicks it away, left side three by Kello. Shot no good. Rebound, Stansberry of Southeastern. Panthers bring it up. Williams in the lane. Shot might have been deflected. Southeastern tried to save it, but Huntington comes up with it, and we're going to have a Panthers foul. Ball was deflected. That's why it looked like an air ball, but a Southeastern player had actually deflected the shot.
Been a lot of energy spent in this game so far, and as we get into that fourth quarter, we'll probably see a lot more mistakes because it seems like they're moving a little slower with not quite the energy they had earlier.
Wes Brown with the basketball, crosses the timeline. Goes away to Black. Black picks up his dribble. Potter, 10-footer bouncing off the rim. Loose ball, Potter picks it up. Wes Brown on the left wing. Keeps his dribble. Turn around inside, good. Wes Brown. His first two. Panthers up, or check that, Huntington up by 1, 45-44.
No quitting. Both teams are really fighting hard for those offensive rebounds.
Cross-court lob to Stansberry. Now back on the other end to Connor Smith. A long-range three. Missed everything. Stansberry was inside. But we have a foul. And that's going to go against Huntington. And I think that's on Black, Dalton Black.
A little body check, probably a little too hard.
Third foul on Dalton. Southeastern will have it out under their own basket. This is Fisher. Gives it up, gets it back. The pass down inside is batted away by Huntington's Kelvin Manson. Southeastern will play it in again from under their basket. 45-44, Huntington leads. Stansberry out to Williams. Williams with two Huntington defenders chasing him. Goes away to Connor Smith. Now Cartwright. Down in low. Turn around. In and out. Loose ball. Wow. Got the tie up there. Held ball. Yeah, Carter Fisher went down pretty hard going for that loose ball.
Well, both teams are fighting really, really hard. And when that happens, a lot of body contact. Officials can't call it or don't call it. And you end up having a lot of body checking going on.
Southeastern substitution has Ryan Peters checking in, replacing Cartwright. Brown will bring it up for the Huntsmen. Going to the right corner. Kello now trying to hit Potter, breaking down the lane, slapped out of bounds by Southeastern. So the Huntsmen will get it back. Huntington up 45-44, 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Brown to inbound for Huntington. Bounce pass. Goes out front to Manson. Manson penetrates, goes away to Potter on the right side, hands it to Brown. The three ball from Brown. Off the iron, no good. Rebound Williams of Southeastern. Lane on the run. Now backs it off out front. Lobs it over to Connor Smith. Connor with a long pass. On the right side, Adams. 3-ball, shot no good. Rebound, Fisher. Inside, strong move, no good. Rebound, Porter of Huntington. Left side, Kello. Cross-court lob to Brown. Brown inside. Now kicks it away. Potter, left side, 3. Got it. Noah Potter. Makes it 48-44 Huntington. Timeout. 2:29 to go in the third. Our score, Huntington 48, Southeastern 44. You're watching high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard back with you. 48-44 our score. Huntington leading, 2:29 to play in the third quarter.
Had a lot of lead changes in this game.
And it's Panther ball trailing by 4. Williams coming up across the timeline. Kicks it away. Right wing to Smith. Down in the low post, Fisher kicks it away. Now back in the right corner. Lets it loose and a 3-ball by Connor Smith. He has 13 points. 48-47, Southeastern back to within 1. Brown with it for Huntington. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third. Manson off to Brown. Brown down in the lane, kicks it away to Manson. Got an opening on the baseline and scores and a foul.
Nice move there.
8 from Manson. He'll go to the line with a +1. 50-47 Huntington.
Well, he beat the defender and then he kept his cool and just went straight up, got the shot, and drew the foul. Nice baseline move.
Manson to go to the line. The foul was called against Caleb Adams. That's his first. And he'll be trying to add to the 3-point lead. And he does. Calvin with 9 points now. 51-47, Huntington by 4. With the ball out front. Left side it goes. Shot up, Adams no good, and falling to the ground as he was pushed from behind his Fisher. And finally we're going to get a foul called.
When they down about that,
yeah, he was like going up for the shot, and his body almost bent over backwards.
Noah Potter.
Potter with the foul.
But right now, Southeastern concentrating down inside. I think they feel they have the advantage down there, and they've been taking it down in the paint.
Cartwright, right side, a 3-ball for Cartwright.
He said, just as I said that, he said, I'll make a 3. So the big guy puts it in.
Now on the other end, Huntington with a 3-ball. Missed badly. Rebound, Adams. 51-50. Panther ball down by 1, and a foul going to be called on Huntington. Stops the clock with 1:07 to play here in the third quarter.
His second.
Common foul. Southeastern will put it in play on the side, trailing by 1. Inbound to Smith. High post Fisher. Kicks it away to Adams. Now back out front, loose ball. Williams goes into the backcourt, but it's an over and back against Southeastern. That'll turn it over to the Huntsmen.
Say what, this game could end up being the last possession, don't you think?
Was just thinking that, yes, sir.
My, the way this thing's going back and forth.
51-50, it was a 4-point difference. Southeastern winning the first matchup And Huntington right now with a 1-point lead and the ball. 52 seconds to go in the third. With the basketball's Henneberger. Potter to Brown. 41 seconds. Brown into the lane. Trying to get it down in low. Kicks it away. Wide open. Manson missed the shot. Wow. Rebound Adams of Southeastern. 31 seconds. Panthers racing up the court. Down by 1. Williams, long three. Missed it. Rebound. Cartwright. Southeastern lead. 13 for Cartwright. 52-51 Panthers. Brown on the other end. Shot up, no good. Loose ball scramble, and a foul on Potter of Huntington as Smith got the rebound.
Kind of physical, folks, as you can see.
52-51 Panthers. 9 seconds to play in the third quarter. And that's the 7th team foul on the Huntsmen, so we take the long walk where Connor Smith, one of 3 Panthers in double figures. He has 13. Will shoot 1 in a bonus. First try, missed it. Rebound attempt by Cartwright, but Potter got it. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Potter with a desperation left side shot off the rim, no good. That's the end of the third quarter, rather. Stay with us. We got a dandy, folks. After 3, Southeastern 52, Huntington 51. You're watching boys high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Carlos. First time setting foot inside a tattoo shop. Second picture his daughter has posted to her story. Third check on his bucket list. And 4 years of cancer-free checkups at OhioHealth.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar Rewards Card, too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, Dewey Daly, and Carson Francis with you. You had a dandy, 52-51 Panthers after 3 as we head to the fourth quarter. Southeastern will have the ball first. Cross-court lob over to Adams. Caleb going inside, dumps it off to Cartwright. Shot rejected by Huntington, but Adams picks it up. His jumper no good. Black with a rebound for Huntington. Stewart brings it up on the right sideline. Out front to Brown. Early fourth quarter. Huntington ball down by 1. Huntington looking for their first SVC win of the season. Stewart, right side 3. Missed it. And a push, I believe, going to be called against Huntington.
I think these teams are getting a little tired, Michael.
Smith had the inside track, and he got bumped from behind by Henneberger. His second. Tom?
Okay, shooting that quarter started to diminish just a little bit. Southeastern 5 of 17 for 29%. They put up 8 threes, made 3 of those for 38%. And Huntington was 3 of 11 for 27%. They put up 5 threes, made just 1 for 20%.
At the line will be Lane Williams of Southeastern, trying to add to their 1-point lead, and he does. 16 for Williams, but that's his first point of the second half. 53-51. One more try coming here for Williams, and he got it. 17 for Lane Williams. 54-51 Panthers. Huntington ball, a little backcourt pressure from Southeastern. Brown across the timeline, picked up there by Connor Smith. Gets it away to Porter. Down in low, Porter, shot, count it, and a foul. 6 for Porter, 54-53. He'll go to the line to try to tie it.
Both teams have had good success when they get it down low. It's just been one of those games. It's hard to get a good shot down low. A lot of contact.
54-53 Southeastern. Ryan Porter with the +1 to try to tie the game. Does. 54-54. Southeastern with the ball. 7:10 to go in regulation. Across the timeline, Fisher. Right side, Smith.
Defense switch. Zone for Huntington. 1-2-2.
Williams, top of the key, double teamed out there. Quick pass, Carter, away to Cartwright. Right side ball, in and out, no good. Rebound comes to Southeastern. That was Gage Cheadle. Fadeaway shot, no good. Ball caroms out. Williams with the putback off the glass.
Big deal there.
19 for Williams, 56-54 Southeastern. Huntington back up quickly. Black inside, and that's, an offensive foul. I think if you were
maybe a flop
in the NBA, they'd have said flop on that one. But you got to give it a shot, and he did, and it paid off. 56-54. Southeastern lead in the ball.
We may have had a better view of that, though, than the referee did, really.
Williams double teamed at midcourt, gets it across the timeline, goes away to Cheadle, ball to the outside, almost picked off there by Porter. Goes out of bounds, and the Panthers will maintain possession. Noah Potter will check back in for the Huntsmen. 56-54, Southeastern lead. Have the ball, 6:16 left in regulation. Inbound Williams, right side Smith, high post Cartwright, turnaround, no good. Rebound comes to Manson of Huntington. Potter brings it up the right sideline. Wes Brown with it. Around the perimeter, that's Stewart. Penetrates, dishes off Brown, left side three, missed it. Loose ball scramble, Stewart with it. Stewart fouled on the attempt to shoot, and he'll go to the line for two.
Offensive rebound. Both teams, a lot of them tonight. 16 with Southeastern, 13 for Huntington. And a big part of the offense for both teams.
As we told you the first time around, it was a close one. Southeastern won by 4. Tonight, another close one. Southeastern leading by 2, but Caden Stewart of Huntington with the chance to tie the game if he can hit both of these free throws. First one, no good. He'll get one more. Jackson Stansberry checks back in for the Panthers, replacing Cheadle. Second try coming up here for Stewart. He has 17 points. Missed the second one. And coming down with the ball, Stansberry. He was tied up with Manson. He just took it away from him.
Looked kind of like a hell ball then.
Yep. Williams lobs it to Stansberry through his hands and out of bounds. Turns it over to the Huntsmen.
7 turnovers for Southeastern, 7 turnovers for Huntington. Score indicates close. This is close about everywhere we look.
Porter inbounds to Brown. 5:30 left in regulation. Still 56-54 Southeastern. Stewart going inside. A blocking foul will be called on the Panthers. Lane Williams.
Southeastern foul. Number 1, Lane
For
Williams.
Lane, that's his third.
Team 7.
And put Caden Stewart on the line again with a chance to tie the game if he could hit both free throws. 1-1.
This will be number 8 for Huntington. Southeastern's had 11 opportunities.
Open in and the 1-1, no good, but Potter with a rebound for the Huntsmen. Now Stewart for 3, in and out. Loose ball scramble, Cartwright with a rebound for Southeastern. Huntington has had their chance on the free throw line, but just can't get it to drop. Double team out front, stolen away. It's loose again. Still loose. Ball rolling, pile up on I-71.
Tell you what, it kind of looks like the first game of the season in a way, because it seems like there's a lot of football out there, a lot of contact.
Looks like one of those 80-car pile-ups that you've been hearing about out west.
Well, when you come in here with both teams, with the records they have, they know people expect them to be able to win this game. And they're both playing at 100%.
Timeout. Southeastern 5:02 to go in regulation. Panthers lead Huntington 56-54. You're watching high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's not.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you at the Larry Jordan Gymnasium. 56-54, Southeastern leads Huntington with 5:02 to go in regulation. Huntington with the basketball.
Well, if being physical and playing hard can win a ball game for you, either one of these teams could win.
Absolutely.
Because they have both played that way tonight, and it's been fun to watch.
Porter to inbound for the Huntsmen. It goes into Brown. Brown kicks it to Stewart in the corner for three. No good. Potter fighting for the loose ball, gets it. Goes back to Stewart again. Another three. This missed everything. Cartwright with a rebound for Southeastern.
I think a little bit, the legs are kind of wearing, I think, and
Yeah.
these shots are off, and we kind of expected that in the fourth quarter.
Fisher goes away. Left side, Stansberry. They go back down into Fisher, trying for the strong move. Blocked from behind, out of bounds. I think that was Manson on the block shot. Out of bounds to Southeastern with 4:30 to go in regulation. Still up by 2. Inbound, right side three. Smith for 3. Connor Smith with 16 points. 59-54, Panthers by 5. Brown on the other end. He drives and scores.
Tell you what, he was picking up speed as he approached that basket. Great move.
59-56. Panther lead cut back down to 3. Looking for a good shot. Down in low, Cartwright with a strong move. No good. Gets it back. And a foul called on the Huntsmen. Stops the clock with 3:56 to go. And Cartwright will go to the line to shoot 2. Early in the game, Huntington led by as many as 8. A 9-0 run by Southeastern to finish the half, put them up by 1. I think the Panthers' 59-54 lead moments ago was their biggest lead of the game. Black back into the game for Huntington. He has 4 fouls. Checks in for Porter. Cartwright, who missed the first, will get a second. It's no good. Rebound comes to Kello, Isaac Kello of Huntington. Huntsman down by 3. 59-56 Panthers. Kello with it. Top of the key. Left side Kello for 3. Tie game! Isaac Kello. He has 9 points. We have a timeout. 3:39 to play in regulation. We'll keep it here. 59 all, Huntington and Southeastern.
We've had a lot of threes tonight, folks. 23 by Huntington and 20 by Southeastern. And I haven't got the math yet on what the percentage is, but overall they haven't shot too bad from the 3. But that was a needed 3 there, and again ties this thing up.
59 all.
Again, last possession. That may be the answer.
Said early on, despite the records, both of these teams are 7 and 8th in the conference, but we have a really good crowd on hand here tonight, and folks have been treated to a hotly contested ball game, and this is going to come down to the wire, it appears.
And when you look at it, they really match up pretty well. I think Southeastern's got a little bit more size maybe, but both teams match up pretty close.
59 all, Panther ball. Williams with it. Huntington trying to get the double team on whoever has the ball. Stansberry, lob, Cartwright, got it. Double team, his shot, no good. Cartwright on the putback, no good, but a foul against Huntington. Well, as you mentioned, Tom, Huntington just doesn't have the height that can go up against the 6'4" frame of R.J. Cartwright. And he'll go to the line. Trying to break this tie. 2 shots. First one, good.
Well, Black is the one that can match up, but he also has 4 fouls. He's coming in the game now. But that's where the matchup can be. But Southeastern still, I think, with a slight edge when you look at overall.
Cartwright with 14 points, and his second shot no good. Loose ball picked up by Potter of Huntington, and a backcourt foul on Stansberry. So Southeastern with a 60-59 lead. We take the long walk where Huntington will put up 1-1. Panthers shooting the super bonus of 2 shots the rest of the game. That was only foul number 8 on Southeastern, so Huntington still shooting 1-1. With 2 more to give.
They've missed their last 3 in a row.
Potter for the tie. Got it.
Got that one.
Noah Potter with 4 points. That ties it at 60. He'll get 1 more. Second try, bouncing off the rim. Rebound Stansberry of Southeastern. All tied 60-60. Panthers ball as we approach the 3-minute mark to go in regulation. Southeastern spreads the court. Smith trying to go inside, swatted away by Brown. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Southeastern.
Well, Connor Smith is trying to make something happen there, but a little bit too much velocity and a little bit off target.
Inbound. Cartwright down low to Stansberry. Shot no good. The putback by Cartwright no good. Brown with a rebound for Huntington.
Tell you what, a lot of contact, folks. There's a lot of contact there.
Brown, bounce pass down low. Manson, it's blocked by Cartwright. Loose ball. Cartwright, Potter fighting for it. Now they're pushing.
Wow.
And they call a held ball.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, we've got 2:28 to go, and I don't think either team has decided to slow down.
So the possession arrow gives the ball back to Southeastern. 2:28 left, 60-60. Referee going to hold it up just momentarily so Calvin Manson can tie his shoe.
Here we go.
Now we're ready to go. 2.5 to play. Williams will bring it up for Southeastern. Across the timeline, left side Stansberry, back out to Williams, right side Smith. 3 ball, Connor Smith, shot no good. On the fly, coming out with it is Porter. Out to Brown. Potter left side. Goes to the foul line, dumps it down in low, ball swatted away, out of bounds. Southeastern ball. I think when Calvin Manson was going for the ball, he stepped on the baseline, and that's what's going to get the ball to Southeastern. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. 60-60. Southeastern with it. Bounce pass, Fisher. Down low to Cartwright. Whistle. Offensive foul on Cartwright, and I think RJ knew it.
Well, to tell you the truth, I thought that was a travel before the body contact was ever there. But they called the charge.
He dipped his shoulder. I think Tom's right. It might have been a travel before the foul, but that's what they were saying, that he dipped that shoulder.
Yeah, he picked up a yard and a half there.
Now that's 4 fouls on Cartwright, so he and Black are in the same boat with 4 fouls. Inbound to Brown. 1:50 to go. Still tied at 60. Brown goes away to Potter, not back to Brown. Left side, Kello, a long 3. Missed everything. Out of bounds to Southeastern.
Wow.
Substitution coming up for Huntington. Ryan Porter in for Kello.
He felt it.
Yeah, he must have. Yeah, he was a good 2 or 3 feet behind the arc on that one. So Southeastern again with the ball. 60 all. 90 seconds to play in regulation. Lob over on the Right side, top of the key. Oh, they find Stansberry, break into the basket, score.
Great play there.
Score for Stansberry, 62-60 Southeastern.
Connor Smith saw that all the way. Great bounce pass.
1:10 to play. On the wing, Porter. Now out to Brown. Brown driving in, a whistle. Going to have a blocking foul against Southeastern with 62 seconds to play.
Got the bonus now.
62-60 Southeastern. Huntington to the line. Both teams in the super bonus the rest of the way. Wes Brown will be the shooter, with a chance to tie it if he makes both. Wes with 4 points at the moment. First one good, a 1-point game. 62-61. One more shot coming, but not before we get a timeout. But hang on right here. 62 seconds to play. Southeastern leading Huntington 62-61, but one more shot coming for Wes Brown with an opportunity to tie it. Southern Ohio Sports Authority brought to you by OhioHealth. Dina had a halftime lead on Unioto, but at the end of third, Unioto now 37-30 over Adina.
It's been a hard-fought game here. This foul shot, good timeout by Coach Adams. Maybe iced him a little bit, but big-time foul shot. So, again, we talked about that last team that has the ball. It may still end up that way. Very close.
62-61 Southeastern. Wes Brown of Huntington with a chance to tie the game with his second free throw with 62 seconds to go. For the tie. In and out, no good. Rebound, Southeastern. Smith with it. 52 seconds. Gets it away to Stansberry. Williams holding the basketball. Down in low. Fisher, shot. Blocked away. Potter picks it up. And a timeout for Huntington with 36 seconds. Huntington ball trailing by 62-61. And do you hold it for the last shot, Thomas?
I think that's what he's got in mind, but he's got to make sure the 5 people on the floor feel the same way. And but 36 seconds. They moved the ball well. They moved well without the ball, and they should be able to do that and get a last-second shot. And, go to the basket maybe 7 seconds to go and shoot the ball and get the offensive board if you can. But they have an opportunity.
Who do you want shooting it?
Well, I tell you what, I don't know the answer to that one. There's not been anybody afraid to shoot it tonight, so I'd say whoever has a really good shot, let it go.
Caden Stewart, the only Huntsman in double figures. He has 17. Kello, Manson with 9 apiece, 8 for Black, 7 for Porter, 5 for Brown, and 4 for Potter. So if you're going for the last shot, take your pick.
Well, you definitely, both teams have been very successful on the offensive board, so you just got to hit the boards, whoever puts that ball in the air. But again, Huntington moves that ball very, very well, and they help one another, and we'll see what happens here.
62-61, Southeastern by 1. Huntington ball, 36 seconds to go in regulation. The Huntsmen look like they might try to hold it for the last shot and the win. Wes Brown with it. Picked up there by Smith. Brown to the right side. Goes down in low. Spin move. Shot by Brown. Hits it. Huntington leads. Now a timeout with 19 seconds to go, and Huntington 63-62. So the coin has flipped here. We're now Southeastern with the question, do you hold it for the last shot? Now on Southeastern's part, they have 3 people in double figures. Williams with 19, 16 for Smith, and Cartwright with 14.
I think Coach Adams still has confidence on that inside. I think he'll want those guards, whether it be Williams or whether it be Connor Smith, to penetrate and look to dish the ball off. But you can get that ball down there where you can get a layup. That's obviously what they're going to be working for.
Southeastern ball, the length of the court from their basket. Huntington will pick up at three-quarter court. Huntington leading by 1. Huntington looking for their first SVC win of the season. And right now leading by 1. Here we go. Now they put a couple of seconds back up, Tom. It's 20 seconds to go, not 18.8.
Well, you don't have to rush. You just got to be patient.
Williams with it. Ahead to Smith. Down to 14 seconds. Out front to Williams. 9 seconds. 8. Williams. Defended. Williams goes up. The ball is blocked. Picked up by Huntington. 2 seconds and a foul with 1.5 seconds to go. And Huntington will be on the free throw line with a 1-point lead. And it looks like the Huntsmen, if they can salt it away here with 2, even though it would make it a one-possession game.
Wow.
63-62, Noah Potter. The Southeastern player, Williams, was down in the lane going up for the shot. A lot of pressure on him. Defensively, no foul was called. Potter hits the first one. 64-62. Timeout Southeastern with 1.5 seconds to go. Whether he makes this one or not, Tom, Southeastern is going to have to go the length of the court with 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's going to be not easy.
And basically, that's just catch it, maybe one step, and let it fly.
Well, we got another one thrown out.
Another unhappy fan is going to be escorted out. 64-62. Huntington leading Southeastern.
You know, it's one of those games, though, Michael, and it's been very, very hard. Very, very fast. A lot of physicality in the game from the get-go. From the very first of the game with the full court pressure. And like down there, I know the Southeastern fan really thought he got fouled. Could have. But it's one of those things when you play this kind of a game. Again, this just didn't happen in the last few minutes. It's been pretty much this way throughout.
So 64-62, Huntington. Noah Potter with one more free throw and 1.5 seconds to go. And Southeastern, again, whether Noah makes this or not, the Panthers are going to need a long shot in hopes of tying it. Potter missed the second one. Cartwright lets it fly. It's going to be well short. And the Huntington Huntsmen are going to win their first SVC game of the season with a 64-62 decision over the Southeastern Panthers.
Let's see what they got here.
Both officials talking with the Panther coach, Mike Adams, but it looks like they're exiting the floor, and that is going to be the ball game. First conference win of the season by the Huntington Huntsmen, 64-62 over the Southeastern Panthers. Stay with us. We'll have our final stats when we come back. You're watching the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mike Smith Tom Beard, our producer Dewey Daly, and cameraman Carson Francis back with you as the final score weighs in with Huntington, a 64-62 win over the Panthers of Southeastern. First conference win of the year for the Huntsmen. Gives them now a record of 1-10 and 4-14 overall. The Panthers dropped to 2-9 in the SVC and 5-14 overall. Let's take a look at the stats before we close. For the Huntsmen, they were led by Caden Stewart with 17 points. Only 2 in the second half. He was the only Huntsman in double figures, but tremendous balance after that. 9 apiece for Isaac Kello and Kelvin Manson. 8 points for Dalton Black. 7 apiece for Wes Brown and Ryan Porter. 5 for Noah Potter. And 2 for Carson Henneberger. For Southeastern, they had 3 players in double figures. Lane Williams with 19. 16 for Connor Smith. R.J. Cartwright with 14. 4 points for Carter Fisher. 3 for Caleb Adams. 4 for Jackson Stansberry. And 2 for Wesley Collins. If you joined us late, Huntington got out to an early lead. We're up 11-6, 22-15 after the first. They had a 37-29 lead over Southeastern, but the Panthers finished the first half on a 9-0 scoring run to take a 38-37 lead. At the end of 3, after it had gone back and forth most of the third quarter, Southeastern led 52-51 after the third. And then in the fourth quarter, Huntington, I think their last lead, actually they were down most of that fourth quarter, Southeastern, but it was tied at 59 all, 60 all. Southeastern went up 62-60, 62-61, and then Huntington, I take that back. Huntington did have a last lead before the final score of 63-62. Noah Potter hit one of those 2 free throws for the 64-62 victory. Tom?
Okay, overall stats. The stats reflect how close this game was throughout. Turnovers, Southeastern with only 8, as fast as this game was played, and Huntington with just 7. Rebounding, Southeastern ended up with an edge there, 36-32. Offensive boards, Southeastern had 19 offensive rebounds, 16 by Huntington. Some of those stats are pretty much unheard of. When we look at the foul line, both teams made 7 shots, and Southeastern was 7 of 15 for 47. Huntington was 7 of 13 for 54. Before the ball game, Southeastern shot 38%. They were 23 of 61. They put up 21 threes, made 9 of those for 43%. And Huntington was 25 of 57 for 44%. And they were 7 of 24 from the three-point line for 29%.
Well, this was a 4-point game the first time they played, with Southeastern winning at 58-54, but Huntington gaining their first SVC win of the season tonight with a 64-62 decision at Southeastern. That's our final score. Big thanks to our producer, Dewey Daly, our cameraman, Carson Francis. Final score one last time, Huntington 64, Southeastern 62. For Tom Beard, this is Mike Smith saying you've been watching high school basketball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.